principles. In today's content, I want to talk about what are going to be the contribution limits for 2023 for a lot of the retirement accounts that you all are probably familiar of, or if you're not familiar, I'm going to discuss those within this video. So I'm going to talk about what those changes are going to be going into the new year. So what are some strategies and things you should think about when it comes to contributing towards your retirement going into the new year. Now, if you all can do me a huge favor, if you're listening on the YouTube, if you could please like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell below so you can be notified every week when I drop content. With the 401k contribution limits, which these are employer-sponsored plans that you may have with your employer, where for 2022 the limit was $20,500, and 2023 is actually going up by $2,000, so it's going to be going up to $22,500. And then for those that are over the age of 50 and older, you also will have catch-up contributions. That's going to be moving up from $6,500 to $7,500. So it's moving up about $1,000. So people that are age 50 and over can actually put up to $30,000 in either pre-tax or Roth, or most of those are going to be the main sources that you can contribute into your 401k plan with your employer. So they're going to give you up to that $30,000 if you are over the age 50 and over, and if you're under that, it's going to be $22,500. And as you can see here from this chart, kind of breaks down kind of what I just discussed with the employee deferrals as well as the catch-up contributions. And then if you look at this fourth line here with the defined contribution maximum limit, the IRS actually gives you a total cap of up to $66,000 that you can contribute into your 401k plan in after-tax dollars once you have hit that limit of $22,500. So once that limit is hit, typically if you just take $66,000 and you minus it by $22,500, that will give you an idea of what you can put in your plan with after-tax dollars, and that's about $43,500 in after-tax money that you can put in your plan. Now, it typically depends on what your employer offers, but it's definitely a great incentive, especially for those that tend to max out their 401k plans and want to contribute past the limit. You do have up to $66,000 that you can also put into your plan. Now, the next line that you can see here for the defined contribution maximum limit, for those age 50 and over, they can actually put up to $73,500, and that's really just factoring in the catch-up contribution that I talked about of the $7,500. If you add that on top of the $66,000, you'll get that $73,500. So those are going to be some of the limits for the 401k plans. As far as when it comes to 403bs and 457 plans, they also are going to have the same limit, so it's still going to be the $22,500. And with 403b plans, those are typically plans that are tax exempt, and they're usually for those that work for more of a public service. So they're school teachers, like what my mother, she's a school teacher and she has a 403b plan, or people that are hospital or firefighters, police officers. They typically are going to have a plan like a 403b. And 457 plans, these are usually offered by the state and local governments. A lot of these employers will offer their 457 plans as well as nonprofit organizations, but they also are all going to have that same $22,500 limit, and then also those catch-up contributions are going to be $7,500 for those 50 and over. Now, simple IRAs, and what a simple IRA is typically for small business owners that have employees of 100 or less. And simple simply stands for savings incentive match plan for employees of small employers. And this really gives the opportunity for those that want to set up a retirement plan that for their employees, they're a small business, they want to have something for themselves and also their employees. those contribution limits are going up from $14,000 up to $15,500. So about a $1,500 increase, which is really good to see. And then also we have SEP IRAs, which are it's a simplified employee pension IRA plan, and this is usually for any size business, and those limits are going up from $61,000 to $66,000. So that is going to be excellent, especially for those that are a lot larger business. You may have more than 100 employees. It definitely gives you some flexibility of putting a little bit more into that type of plan. Now, my favorite, the Roth IRAs, those limits are going to be going up as well. Those are actually moving up from $6,000 to $6,500, so about a $500 increase. And also traditional IRAs are going to have the same increase with their contribution limits. And then for those that are over the age of 50 and over, you can actually put up to $7,500 in your Roth or your traditional IRA with HSA, so health savings account. So typically, if you do have a 401k plan or any type of retirement plan with your employer, they most likely give you the option to contribute to a health savings account where you can actually use that account to cover any medical expenses you have. So any of the co-pays you may have when you go to the doctor, when you go to the dentist, you can actually use your HSA to be able to pay for those different expenses. And you also can invest your HSA. So the same thing you would do with a Roth or a traditional IRA, you can also invest the money that you put into an HSA, and then the money that accumulates over time, you can also take that to help to cover some of your medical expenses throughout the year. So the HSA contribution limit for the new year 2023 is going to be moving up from $3,650 to $3,850. And then for families, it's actually going to be moving up from $7,300 to $7,750. And then for those age 55 and older, there are those catch-up contributions of $1,000. That's going to be staying the same. So definitely get on those HSAs and kind of use those accounts to help cover your medical expenses. And then also, we are having Social Security benefits are going to be going up in 2023, and that's really due to inflation, seeing those record levels of inflation that we've seen throughout 2022. The Social Security Administration decided that they are actually going to increase the benefits by 8.7%, which means that you typically should see a difference of about $140 increase with your monthly retirement benefits. And we haven't seen this increase since the 1980s, so I think that that's going to be tremendously valuable when it comes for retirees and those that are actually collecting Social Security. And the estimated average monthly Social Security benefits for all retired workers that are going to be payable in January of 2023 will increase to $1,827, which is going to be much higher from where it's at typically now, which is about $1,681. So I think that that's going to be very helpful for those that are going to need a little bit more extra with seeing the cost of living going up, seeing their grocery bill being much higher, gas being typically a little bit higher, also with utility. When you think about just heat and water and all those different things in the home. So I think that that is going to be very good for those that are going to need some of those additional help, needing that assistance when it comes to Social Security. Now, some strategies that I would say to kind of think about for 2023, with some of you that may be working with an employer, they may also give you the ability to do what's called a Roth in-plan conversion. And simply what that is, it allows you to be able to convert your pre-tax or your after-tax dollars within your 401k plan, or your typically you may have it with a 403b, but mostly I've seen it with 401k plans. You are able to make this conversion, and what this does is it allows you to convert your assets where you pay the taxes up front, and then when you get in retirement, you won't have those same tax implications where if you decide that you do want to keep your assets in pre-tax, you do have to keep in mind that you are going to have those tax implications throughout retirement. So it's a great way to be able to have just to reduce your tax impact down the line, and also to be able to leverage just your contributions, and being able to convert those over where you can just pay those taxes now, so that way down the line you won't have the same tax impact. And then with your after tax dollars, you do have to keep in mind that when you are converting after tax to Roth, after tax contributions, even though they are already taxed, you do have to pay taxes on the earnings. So that's one thing to also keep in mind when you are converting, but it's definitely a great strategy for those that want to be able to contribute into Roth contributions and want to take advantage of those benefits, where down the line you won't have those tax implications within your retirement accounts. I also think with the increases going up to $22,500, you need to look at possibly increasing your contributions gradually over time. I typically would say if you can increase your contributions by 1% every year, and even within your Roth or your traditional IRAs, looking at ways of how you can increase the amount that you're putting into your IRAs every month if you're not maxing those out. I think that could be tremendously helpful for you. And then I think also looking at ways of how you can put more towards tax advantage accounts. So looking at, Roth IRAs, looking at ways of how you can contribute into an HSA account, which is a tax deductible account, which means when you are contributing into the account, you're not paying any taxes. When you actually use the money inside of the account to pay for your medical expenses, you don't have any taxes on that. You don't have any capital gains or anything like that. So you can constantly be able to invest and then take those gains and actually use it to help cover your medical expenses. So these are different strategies that I would say to kind of think about for 2023. And as always, if you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to me. I'll put my business contact information down below. If you do want to set up a consultation call, I do a free consultation call for the first conversation that we have, and then we can kind of discuss a plan. And certainly if you would like to work with me, I can definitely provide some guidance when it comes to just your retirement planning, and being able to also make sure that you're setting yourself up for the best when it comes to your finances in 2023. But as always, I thank you all so much for watching and listening to this episode. As always, if you could please like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell below so you can be notified every week when I drop content. And I thank you all so much for watching, and take care.